I'm still wait for one more vision I'm supposed to do. Is because yesterday didn't work out as I planned. They didn't want to get rid of me. Meaning I was supposed to quit my job yesterday, but I still have a choice whether or not if I want to quit it or not. Now it's just like playing the game at this point. Because like the reason why I wanted to quit, and I told them the truth. I legit told them why. As I said on YouTube. I said that I don't feel like I fit in. I don't think I'm doing a good job, and I don't want to waste nobody's time. And that half of them said that they like me, and half of them don't. Literally what I said. But then they was like, no, we want you. We want you to stay. You're doing a good job. I'm like, am I that traumatized to the point where there's just nothing but narcissistic people around me? And then when I get a break or fresh air of really true nice and kindness, it's like, why is this in today's order? Because like each time you are awake in the waking world, sorry, there's a fly. Out of all places, fly likes to fly around me. It must be attracting something in their realm, but I don't know what exactly. So for those who don't know me, my name is Venus. You can call me after that, Venus. I am hiding my consciousness, what the avatar consciousness of that it looks like. It's just like we're in transitioning right now. Not like as into a female or a male. It's like we're transforming our body to match our consciousness. So yes, we feel like a female, but there are moments where I feel masculine. Maybe because I'm switching my energy sometimes to a more masculine authority version of me, who's more restricted and dominant to like its plans and goals, what I want to do. Versus the feminine side of me can only just visualize where she want to be and how she want to look. She doesn't know exactly how to get there, but like the masculine version of me can show me the way. I'm like, okay, show me the way. But sometimes, like, I don't trust my masculine version of myself because of the masculines that I grew around with, teaching themselves about reality in life. And they didn't think I was paying attention. I was. I just kept quiet about it because even if I was aware of somebody else's reality, like back then I didn't know what consciousness was or like what was energy, what was source. I just knew I was just woke to something that I did not mean to wake up from. But like the thing is, something in my reality like made me tap in a way. Sorry, there's a stupid ass fly. Can you go fly somewhere else? Thank you. I know they can hear me. I'm just like, I'm silly with my demandings. Because I play around with my energy, with my words. Because, like, I still gotta work on ego. Ego still is mourning in its death of that. It's like, realizing, oh shit, I can't do half of the things that I used to do. I can't do it anymore. But then when we break the rules a little bit, it's not breaking, it's bending because my energy, like part of my source can bend things, like bend different types of elements, whether it's words, vibration, frequency, or like things and people, bending one's will, one's mind of imagination. I got it from like the movie Matrix when the little boy said, tried to picture it not being the spoon, but picture it's exactly what it is, which is like nothing. So I learned it from there, but it took me quite a bit long time for me to get the hang of building one's reality, bending or building, same thing, because you have to have a construct, a foundation of how to build your world. If you don't have the blueprint to your world, then your world is just a memory to a dream you once had. And then once you're able to like access it again, your reality becomes the dream and you become lucid. But it's only when you choose to believe that you are already lucid. And then when you are lucid, you start to see the format of your manifestation of your energy and an essence of you creating it. It's not you thinking that something outside of you, like Sky Daddy, is creating it for you. You're just using the power of the mind, the forces of Sky Daddy, to have something to give you credibility for your own gifts. But it's like, it's okay to give him credit, but also give yourself credit too for one accepting. Oh my fucking god! Sorry, it was the fucking fly. Sorry, I did not mean to put his name in vain for those who are Christian out there. But my bad. My apologies. Like no disrespect, but disrespect to the fly because it disrespected me trying to fly in my face. But yeah, it's don't give credit to something outside of you, but be respectful that something outside of you did influence your ability to have those type of gifts. It's not really them giving you the idea, it's just you realizing that they have a gift and you're creating your own gift using their gift. I mean, that's the honest truth. We are copying like our nature, like that's already vibrating with us. So when we ignore our own call, like you really think these angel numbers are really something outside of you? What is you calling on you? That's why you keep seeing repeated numbers. Like these repeated numbers can be whatever dimension you are in, and it could tell you the specific time, day, an hour, and how long. Same thing. Well, yeah, how long you've been in that specific dimension and within your mind of this reality. But you want to catch your body up to that reality that you are seeing, that you are traveling, which I get because the shit in your mind is more real than your reality that you're experiencing in this matrix because the system is fucked up how we imagine it to. But before we got here, like, what do I mean before we got here? maybe to this particular dimension version of us, like the one that we are seeing right now, this version of us. This is the one I'm talking about. I think before we got to this particular version of us, we said, fuck it. We literally did towards the last minute of our last life because we screwed up so bad to the point where we already knew that when we expanded into the next life, we knew how to overcome certain things within our matrix. But it's like we know the answers, but we're not going to give ourselves the answers because we think we're too good to just bypass our own mistakes. And it's funny how we are collecting most of the gems to give to the next generation, to give to the next 20 years ahead of us, maybe longer than that, 50 years ahead. Some of us was chosen to be awakened for a reason. Not everybody gets a moment of awareness to be woken and to realize that they have been forgotten. In order to know that you are lost and to be forgotten, you have to realize you are lost and forgotten. So you have to pick up the pieces behind, like breadcrumbs that you left from yourself, from the swan, and then you're trying to navigate yourself back into being a dove or the swan. But like, how can I go back into being the dove version of the universe or like source or God or like just me? How do I stay in my higher knowledge, higher self without like without letting forces fucking irritate the shit out of me? Or like just it's either they want to do a fuck around and find out type of deal with me, and I want to do a fuck around and find out type of deal with them to see how they react to my reaction. Yeah, I'll go for it. Because one, I'm realizing it's my own chaos, it's my own creation. And once I realize my own chaos and creation, it becomes beautiful. It becomes it becomes magnificent. I don't think I said it correctly, but that's the whole part of you accessing the low key version of you. Anything with a horn like structure, like a pen or low key, or I guess Thor and Zeus have something to do with it, but like not really. I hope I said it correctly. I did not. I try to use these words, but it's like my speech is so annoying. I'm used to it. Y'all probably not, but it's okay because like I'm masking my real accent. I don't know. I learned this during speech therapy, so I do have like a really country accent. I use it at work when I want to get bigger tips, but it depends on certain energy that can like bring it out. But I tell myself it's kind of like DID, but like where I switch my voice and my persona and my personality. But the vibration of that persona and personality does not equal up to the vision of this avatar. So it's like, the fuck? Literally. Hi, welcome on in. Yeah, I'm from the South. I'm just covering it up. I'm sorry. I hate my voice because those who truly know me, like from school and shit, like they knew I was masking it. Like, I had a high pitched voice at times. As an adult now, I have like this very mid, musty, whatever the fuck. Like, I sound like I'm sick when I'm not, or I sound like I'm high all the time, or I sound like Selena Gomez, and it's whatever consciousness is out during the time matches itself in this particular time. Like, I'll randomly will try to do like a British accent because in a moment of time of my mind, I'm thinking of a past life that I had as a British person. And then I was like somewhere in the UK or like in London, and I'm trying to talk British, but it's like, I'm like, oh god, no. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing there? And I'm sitting there watching and observing myself in this reality before I even get there. Whether I think it's like past version of me or present or future version of me. I do see myself in a London apartment. I don't know what I'm doing in the UK, but that's only when I hit 40. I don't know what I'm doing outside of the US. I saw the vision already and I had dreams about it, but this mission is not for me. It's for somebody else. Maybe I'm picking up something or waking up somebody. I can do that, by the way. I notice when they send me like to these jobs or like places, people, things, whatever. Especially when I was traveling in New York, that's when I kind of like realized I had this type of gift that I can wake up certain vibration within people, certain memory, because I'm not alone, like, on this timeline. There are other gods who are like gods and goddesses, source, energy. I'm not saying we're above God to the Christianity folks out there. We're just saying we have like the image, the ability that most people, most spirits wish that they have the ability to have. And envy and jealous is a real thing. So yeah, of course, I'm prepared when somebody wants to use religion against me. I'm like, no, 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 that's not what I meant. I'm sorry. Yes, I do meditate. Yes, we're Titans. So, I don't want nobody to like think, oh, she's using her ego spirit to say what she has to say. No, I'm using my higher power really to deliver a certain message. And then I'm also using my human conscious to deliver certain experiences that I had dealt with as trying to be human when I'm not. Because being human is not easy. It's like, what the fuck? There's no manual. It's like once the Titan is wakened, I think I woken up on the wrong side of reality. Maybe I woken up just in time of this reality. Meaning I have multiples awakening throughout my awakening. Like I'm not even at my final stage of enlightenment, but I'm at my stage of awareness of enlightenment because I'm choosing to express what I know in my higher form, whether I choose to believe that other people believe in me or not. But believing in thyself is very important. That's how you get to your enlightenment. It's levels to it, it's steps, and it's like it's hard to stay in certain vibration. Once you unlock a certain ability within you, in your conscious, you're like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm ready to give the fuck up. Because I'm like that all the time. Like, right now, I'm ready to go the fuck up. Like, it takes a lot of mental focus because who the fuck got time for that when time is not giving me time to manifest everything all at once, or like to bring forward the manifestation all at once. I gotta wait on a specific time like a god. Like, I'm literally trying to think how he would do it if he was actually in our formation on Earth. I mean, which he is. He's in that each and every one of us, but whether you choose to recognize that energy or not, it's totally up to you. So it's like, all right, how do I count divine timing when the divine timing does not match up with the numerology of the matrix? Like, it wasn't, oh my fucking god, can you stop? Like, it landed on me. But anyway, Lord have mercy. But when you're giving like a specific direction to land on, you're asking yourself, which dimension are we landing on? Because if you're not matching the manifestation of that dimension that you already created, you're not paying attention to the little details of your vision. Reminder, dreams, they're giving you the numerology to that dimension. They're giving you the time, they're giving you the year, they're giving you the date, they're giving you the planet, and they're giving you the hour of that moment that you're going to experience that present moment. So you're going to communicate to yourself back when you get to that present through music. Either you start with the beats first, the beat is in, the message is in the beat, or the message is in lyrics. Or there's some of us who can pick up both information from the lyrics and the beat. That's just how we see things. That's just how we navigate travel. I don't know why we put our information where it can get lost because we chose to get lost to find ourselves again. It's okay. I know we're playing mind tricks on ourselves. So we have to pass like these little stupid illusions that we created from the subconscious into this matrix. So now the matrix is just like mocking us at this point, saying we can't pass what we created. It is okay to feel like a dumbass to your creation. I'm pretty sure God felt the same way, or Jesus felt the same way when they left their creation. They already knew that they had to go down a particular path to exit their matrix. They chose a way to exit. Like, okay, Jesus chose the cross, but we did not. But some of us are on that cross to experience certain gems that he had collected. And there are gatekeepers who are gatekeeping him from him remembering himself, so that when we rise, when the real Titan rise, we get all the full credit. But I'm like, you know what? Let me be a little different around this time, because it's the same war that's been happening for eon years or centuries, and I've been seeing the same outcome. And it's like, as us trying to reunite everything that's been created from this dimension so that it can happen prosperously, so we can flourish prosperously into our next incarnation. So that way, we don't even have to go through this shit anymore. We don't. Not even the ancestors before us being reincarnated. Whether we choose to decide to have kids in this timeline, they're going to be reincarnated through the kids that we are imagining as the parent. So not only that they have time to do shadow work within whatever realm they are in, while we are having time to do shadow work from our parents' generation. So when we birthed our old, like our elderly, like our ancestors, which is weird, it's kind of like Benjamin in a way, like it's the movie Benjamin. It's backwards as fuck, but okay. Except the Titans, so me and you, we're not getting old. How many of y'all don't even look like y'all age? I'm 29 and I don't look like my age. I look like I'm 16. I think I might have died in my past life at the age of 16. So during that moment at the age of 16, I have not fully either grabbed the information that I was supposed to learn, whether I was a goddess or not during the age of 16, because this information that we're getting from our past life on the internet is not telling us the full story of us. So we're trying to remember our full story, but we can't access it. Why? Because of the illusions that we created in the matrix for ourselves. Oh yeah, the upgrade vortex. It's been. I'm wondering how did we break the vortex? Like, I know I'm not the only one who like seen it and felt it. Some people might have just felt it. Some people just might have seen it. Now the people who are showing the people who had felt it, what they have witnessed, what they felt. This is the correct vision. This is what we saw. 16 is another number for God. It's also the number for a letter P, which represents God in Kundalini, Kabbalah. Sorry. Timeline shift. Yeah, I'm shifting. I guess you can say I'm in my godlike energy, like, but there's a part of me that's still afraid of it. And I have not really fully like let go of that fear of just knowing thyself. That was weird. Just knowing what I know. I know that was the affirmation, but okay. But like I don't blame myself for what I went through. I don't blame myself for how I reacted to what I knew. In the moment that I realized I was like some type of reincarnation, it was even hard for me to even step outside of that bubble of getting out from the past. Just revisiting the past in my mind and actually reliving it in the present moment at the same time while I'm witnessing it. And then reliving my ancestors' past life. And that kept me more behind into this present moment, which I'm supposed to be doing something in the next 6 months when 2025 comes. Either I'll possibly already be in New York by the time. It's just right now, my materialistic shield, like my Taurus field, since I am a Taurus, I'm a bull. I can't access like materialistic things, but I'm a jinn also. Neither my jinn nor my bull nor my goddess version of me can access materialistic thing. I have to either trick somebody like in their mind, not like manipulate their reality to give me something to what it is. I had to ask them, can they imagine something for me to have it? But the way I'll do it is I'll create a conversation to start it all off, to start it off. And I can put code words in their mind to make them dream about it. And then the next day, once they dream about it and have vision of it, I will know what time they're having the vision. I will know when they're having the dream in the night because I'm having the same dream. I'm being connected to their spirit. And then I'm able to access their ether pulling out what I manifested from the conversation here. I'm like, why did I put it like this? I try to find cheat codes to just bring it out quickly. But none of the shit that I'm doing is fucking working. Not when was in my lower self. I can't do shit that I used to do in my lower vibration into my now. And it's like a maze right now. The more you keep resetting yourself and the more you keep reawakening and choosing when to be on and off, it's fucking annoying. I'm mind fucking myself at this point because I kept telling someone at the carnival, I can mind fuck you, and I end up mind fucking myself because I'm visualizing how I'm going to put them in their maze when they get back home, and then I end up experiencing exactly what I put them through, and I'm like, Earth to Venus, can you snap out of it? And how I do that is I visualize a crowd saying Earth to Venus to me, and I break the fourth dimension. I'm like, okay, I'm back. And then sometimes you have to pretend you're crazy, like, so people don't be like, oh, this chick is crazy. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I know I'm crazy. Yes. Yeah, we always did. It's just like, I think ever since the TV show Lucifer came out, I said I'm gonna take a vacation, and then I started to like have a reality of like his at one point, different events, but almost similar. Except I wasn't a detective; I was just like a spiritual detective, and then I started to like dress like wanted to dress like him, start talking like him. I'd be like, I can guide the bitches this way. I'd be like, no. Yeah, what I mean by bitches, I mean by like energy. Same thing. I'm not calling the energy bitches, just it's made from a female, so no disrespect. But yeah. But um it's funny. Someone should start a Discord or Telegram. I got banned from Telegram. I tried. I'm already ahead of the future. I seen it, but I tried to create it, but I had to go on a certain path in order to get access to it. So maybe I can have access now since you thought of it. Bitch is a divine word. Yes, it is. But it's funny. It makes me giggle. I'll be like, why do I have this type of gift? Like my gift talks back to me and it's funny. And then when you manifest people from your lucid dream, you know you can access their gifts, right? Just activate them. But you don't know how to activate them because you got you you got lost when trauma hit. You said, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna remember the code word to the NPCs." So, oh my god, they was like saying too much. I'm like, okay, I will just quietly shut. Like, sorry. Let me make sure you're good. I didn't hold a thought. That's why. Yeah, sorry. My bad. It's like, what the fuck? But, cleanliness is the new earth currency. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, my dear. Oh, Lord. Okay, so we had to fly, then it cut off randomly. That lets you know. Reread my comments. Oh, I'm gonna see you in your dreams. Okay. Just know I come in many avatars in the astral. Thank you. I never had a guidance in the astral before. There's so many places I've been though, but I don't know why or like where. I'm gonna try to find some of the places that I like astral travel to in reality. And I know some people already have done that on YouTube. And it's like a fun content. And I'm thinking about like watching a couple more so I can see how to actually like watch for the signs and, know where you are. So if y'all want to send some donations to that content idea, astral travel to the places I astral project, where I'll come up live one day and I'll get like full detail to what it is that I see. And we're gonna do some research. Y'all gonna have to do it for me though. So I'm gonna use y'all as Alexa. Y'all be my Alexa, my Google Earth. And then if y'all tell me that that's the correct location that I am seeing in my mind, and we get some donation in because it takes money. And I only get paid every 2 weeks. So I know we gotta be patient when it comes to finance. My ass gotta be patient. I'm yelling at the universe, like, I want the money now. I'm shaking the tree, like, as of this moment. Like, imagining myself shaking it. Be like, if you don't give me my money, like the commercial, it's my money, I need it now. But it's like I'm trying to borrow a loan from the universe or to myself when I should have access to my universal bank account. There is a universal bank account. There is a version of you that had collected like cosmic money, I guess. However you envision your money, like say you envision it into a diamond. You have to learn how to create a diamond. You have to learn how it works. what produces a diamond. So you have to learn how to produce your finance into a diamond. And it comes into multiple numbers, like quantum numbers, quantum physics or whatever. And then you like understanding that you are the diamond to the creation, your creation, you know how much pressure you need to produce. You know how much you can handle. You know how much you're worth. And you need to think bigger. You need to think larger, on a larger scale. Because the universe is only going to give you half of your manifestation if you're only thinking just so only of yourself and not trying to move a whole timeline. Like, meaning the people who are already in your reality as of is, moving their timeline, their conscious with yours. And it's hard to do, especially when there's conflict with these individual spirits. Like, you don't want to associate with them because of how they act in their reality to their situations or towards just you in general. Like, you feel like they don't like your energy, you don't like their energy, you can't relate to them, they can't relate to you, vice versa, whatever the fuck may be. Just go in a dream and fix the fucking problem. It's that simple. How hard it is for you to be truthful on the steps of how you reacted towards them and how you tried to create chaos or conflict, because it takes two people to tangle in the chaos. If one is ascendant ahead of you, that means they know something that you don't know, and you have not ascended yet. How do you know when you have ascended? When you're comfortable enough to tell yourself that you fucked up, that you messed up, that you are the reason to your chaos. But when you don't know how to be a low-key, a trickster, or an elf in some cases, something that can that can buy you time during a moment of its chaos, you gotta accept that you are the bullshit. I'm sorry, you're pet. You gotta tell yourself, I'm the prick sometimes. I'm the petty one. I know I fucked up. I am sorry. I would do better, but I'm not just gonna say it. I'm gonna actually show it and prove it. But you know, the Matrix has a funny way of you proving yourself to thyself, because it's gonna feel like you're just learning it just so that you can continue making the same mistakes and wondering if you can get out of it again. Have a free jail, free get out of jail type of card. Like, it's kind of like Monopoly when you play Monopoly with yourself. And so, yeah, when you realize you fucked up, then you can access the things you want and need. It takes shadow work. It takes you admitting that you did certain shit wrong or certain shit right. And then when you project that shit out onto the matrix the same way, like, for me, example, when I fuck up at my job, I tell them the truth. I tell them I did not know how to do the 2 for 25. Like, I did not know how to put it in the system and the cashier. I did not know you have to stay in the column of the line of the 2 for 25. And then there are other 2 for 28, 2 for 23, 2 for 20. Yeah, there's like 3 columns. And you have to look at the list. And then you have to, like, remind yourself to tell the customer, like, hey, what would you like on your two sides? And tell them what two sides they would like. Then they have a choice to go on two different paths with choosing what they want. And then once you like when you tell them the truth, like, okay, I'm remembering my steps, how I used to do it, and I'm realizing, hey, I was taught wrong on certain things. To like look back, is it possible that you can help me get better at this little task? It's not it's not that you are blinded by the details. I mean, in a way you are, because you're allowing like trauma, you're allowing things outside of you not to concentrate on the details for you to create this like manifestation. So like when I tell them I see my mistakes, can you show me how I can fix it? I actually go back and the next like minute, the next hour, the next day to fix it, and then I actually learn from it. And I'm like, oh, okay. How I'm doing it, I'm playing it in the back of my mind, like a movie. I'm slowing it down. I'm picking up the pieces that I'm like the little details that I'm not picking up before. I'm like, okay, that's one way to kind of like keep your mental illness in check and not let it affect you at work, is by just thinking only of at work and thinking of the steps only at work, the steps to work, not the steps at home, not the steps outside of home. Forget all that shit and bring one focus to a direction that you have a desire to accomplish. So we learn that. We get that. Not many of us are willing to tell the truth. Like, this is of our reality, because we have so many eras in our life where the truth was an illusion to keep us from knowing the truth. Especially when you come from a toxic family, you have to unlearn everything that what the abuser taught you. Whether they didn't realize they were the abuser abusing you. It's never okay to treat somebody who's in a vulnerable element like that, like any type of way to make them have delusions over their reality for something that you like did something to them because you was either jealous or they messed up something, and they tell you the truth that they messed up and they're sorry for it. It's like you're still choosing to act a certain way towards this particular being, and I say that's not how we work. I'm sorry. That is not going to happen in this future, or anybody around me, or anybody online, or anybody I come across to. No, we're not treating each other that way. Okay, we got that. I'm good. Set the boundaries early before it gets too toxic. But yeah, it is. Because, like, if we think about it, like, how many of us quit jobs because of what's going on at home? I know I'm one of them. It's because, like, I keep constantly thinking about what's happening at home, trying not to bring it at work, but I would like some advice. And then instead of just keeping it all inside, instead of just like not really sugarcoat it, but sugarcoat it, be like, oh, no. Where to the point where you don't get in trouble or feel like having a guilty feeling. separate thyself, but not separate thyself in conflict where you have to go home and still battle out emotions because you still have not dealt with the bullshit at home. It's because, one, you're choosing not to talk about it to the person because you don't know when to talk about it. You don't know how to talk about it. Trust me, I'm in the same way. I don't know how. I don't know when. I don't know when it's okay to say, hey, this is not a fight. This is not me being petty. This is me coming to you one on one as a woman or whatever conscious you're looking at me in that particular moment of that time. But then they still choose to react out of what you imagine for them. But the thing is, we're so controlling of one's visions to make sure it goes pinpoint in order. I believe things are meant to be out of order. Like, you gotta think about it. What's keeping you in and on of order? It's the situation. Whether you realize you're the cause of it or not. Because certain moments of life we don't get, which I totally get. I don't get it either. When we say something from a high vibration, that person is already in a negative state. So we're gonna have a negative outcome. It's no way of going around it. It's no roundabout going to it. You either choose to walk through that path or just don't do shit at all. And then when you don't do shit at all, you know that comes with consequences. That comes with being in conflict of thyself, not knowing thyself because you're allowing that person to be like, you're letting them get away. You're letting them say, hey, I act like that when you don't act like that, or you don't be like that, or this is not what I meant. If you know the answer in the moment of time, say it. Don't hesitate, but watch how you say it. So you don't trigger them, you don't trigger yourself. It's a psychological, like, moves. It's like playing chess with yourself, with your emotions. And then once you master the elements of your emotions, going with the flow of water, you tend to master the level of water. That's how water looks like, flowing with one and flowing with thyself. And it's not until you get into a situation to see it. And there's only a few of us who are able to come back with the information. Either whether they want to teach, report, or whatever the case may be, gain money off of it, whatever. Just know you learning all of this stuff of your reality, how you see it, it's for a reason. It's not just for you. It's for you so you don't get lost when you come back, but it's for other people who are either on this journey or heading or already in the knowing of this journey, meaning they just want confirmation to what they know. And this is the confirmation sometimes when I'm doing these, because this is something I already knew. So I'm comfortable saying with what I already knew. You have to be sure of yourself and not giving a fuck what people think. Like I said, put those bags of fuck in the bag and toss it somewhere in the cosmos. But don't let it hit another planet, because then that planet is gonna get that energy. So now you gotta fix whatever fuck that you gave it to. Be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It's hard to care and not care at the same time. It really is. Watch where you put your energy towards. It's very important, especially with you being the enlightened being, trying to enlighten the darkness from your darkness. They have not gone through what you've gone through. They have gone through what they've gone through. But you can see how they're going through it and you can see how you can help. But if they don't want the fucking help, Venus, drop the shit. Yes, I'm talking to you, bro. I'm talking to myself. Just drop the motherfucking shit. There's nothing we can do. But alright, that's it. I'm gonna go work out. And I'm writing the book, by the way. Those who have the gift of vision. I'm pretty sure y'all know the title. I just don't. I want to be there in that time already. Like being in New York, writing my book. I'm in a loft. I do. I didn't tell you what I was doing in New York. Now that I know, I'm getting more like information. Yes, controlling. Yes, controlling your emotion. You're very correct. I'm not gonna say it just yet until I start seeing myself typing it and printing it out. But then until I pass these ops in my circle, I guess be like Jaden Smith, just take the game with my eyes closed. But it's so hard to take the game with your eyes closed when your mind is open. But I guess I gotta show off the mind in order to imagine the impossible. In order for me to get there. Because, like, this part of the vision didn't come till later, but I saw it before. It just reminded me again because I saw this lady, this blonde lady with glasses with a suit on. She was like wearing like a white suit, and she was introducing me onto the stage, and I was seeing like the crowd with the book in their hand. Or there was moments where I saw me in a library in New York, and I was reading like a few chapters. It's kind of like the new movie that came out in 2024 in the beginning, with that lady where she was predicting stuff in her story. I already knew that they was gonna put that timeline on there. I was just waiting when that like timeline was gonna be activated because it didn't give me a specific day when I watched the movie, and I was like, okay, just proceed, I guess. But I have to be careful around these ops too. Like I have to be in certain places in order to talk about these type of things, or them not knowing my channel, vice versa. Gotta be safe. Gotta be safe because like I'm divinely protecting my own self. I'm not sure. Like I have a team. Like yeah, I have my ancestors, but I'm not sure if I have a protection in the matrix. I'm starting to see it, but it's like, how do I ask the right questions to them? Because they know and they come to me and I'm like, oh, what? And it's like every time I try to change the course in the matrix to go a different direction, they try to point me in the right direction. Be like, all right, let me see it. I'm like, okay. Took you long enough. God damn it. Yes, that's the movie. Argali. Argali. Yeah. I think I'm saying that correctly. Argali. I just watched that movie like when it came out. And then I was like, wait a minute, I saw my vision. Like, why do they have my vision? Mm. The thing is, she's like some type of spy. And then the way that I move in the Matrix when I'm working is the same way how it is in the movie. And I'm like, times it with Lucy. the movie Lucy. So it's like, what the fuck? Cause I'm acting like I'm holding guns and shit. Like I'm getting ready to like, all right, code red code. I see the person. Okay, what did I do with him? And I'm like, I don't know. And then I go back and pretending to be dumb and play dumb. It's funny as fuck. The Order of the Phoenix. Welcome. Yes, you are part of it, by the way. I'm like, shit. Why is my program like this? But yeah, I really need to get back to working out. I'm in a gym. If anybody didn't notice, I'm like by myself. And like nobody's here. Nobody. But yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say. I did not realize how crusty my lips are. Oh my goodness. Y'all know me. I really don't give a fuck. I gotta stop putting it on my shirt. Get a knocking lady. But yeah. Till then.